Good evening, and welcome to Election Night in Arizona 2022. On November 5th, 2022, Election Day across America, Arizona's voters are casting their ballots as we speak for races for governor, senator, and U.S. representative. Let's look at some polling. In the polling for the U.S. Senate here in Arizona, the incumbent Mark Kelly, running for a second term in the Senate, his first full term, is expected to win by 4.1%. This is his lead in polling averages. His Republican opponent, Blake Masters, currently trails at 47.6%. Sorry, it says 37. And Mark Kelly currently leads with 51.7%. And we will now be looking at some gubernatorial polling. We will only be looking at Senate and governor polling. Katie Hobbs, the Democratic nominee, is leading the Republican nominee, Kari Lake, by 2.0%. There is no incumbent in this race. This comes after Doug Ducey is term limited for another term. And Katie Hobbs currently leads with 50.8% of the vote to Kari Lake's 48.8%. And it is 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and Arizona polls have closed. And the Arizona Senate race is too early to call. 15% of the vote is in. Mark Kelly, incumbent, currently trails Blake Masters. Of course, only the votes from rural counties are being counted right now, so that is why Blake Masters is leading by so much. This will narrow up a lot. Blake Masters leads with 53.6% to Mark Kelly's 46.4%. Again, only 15% of the vote in. It is currently Republican plus 7.2%. And in the gubernatorial race, it is also too early to call. Again, small amount of votes in, 16%, no incumbent here, as I said earlier. Kari Lake also leads with 53.9% to Katie Hobbs' 46%. She is currently leading by 7.9%. As you can see, Katie Hobbs is narrowly outperforming Blake Masters at this point in time. In Arizona's 3rd Congressional District, U.S. House, Ruben Gallego is the projected winner. He will win another term in the United States House. He is the incumbent, Democratic win here. Very solidly Democratic district, no surprise here. We also have Arizona's 5th Congressional District. Again, no surprise, these are heavily partisan districts. Andy Biggs is the projected winner. He is the incumbent. And in the 7th Congressional District, Raul Grijalva, the incumbent, will win another term in the House. Again, no surprise. And in the 8th Congressional District, Debbie Lesko is the projected winner. She is the incumbent. She will win the 8th Congressional District. She will win another term in the House. And in Arizona's 9th District, Paul Gosar, the most partisan district in the state of Arizona, extremely Republican. He will win another term in the United States House of Representatives. He is the incumbent. He will win by wide margins. And let's look at the current House map. So, of course, a red district means that a Republican has won there, and you could see the district number. And if you see blue, that means a Democrat has won this district. So the Republicans have won districts 5, 8, and 9. The Democrats have won 7 and 3. And that means that the Democrats have won 2 House seats in Arizona so far, and the Republicans have won 3. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be a total of 9 congressional districts in the state of Arizona total. And let's take another look at the Arizona Senate race. Again, it is too early to call. 26% of the vote is now in, and as you can see, it did narrow up. However, Blake Masters is still in the lead. He leads by 3.9% over Mark Kelly. He has 51.5% currently to Mark Kelly's 47.6%. And in the gubernatorial race, again, it's too early to call. 25% of the vote is in. Kari Lake has held on to her lead, but it has shrunk. It is now to 5.4%. She leads with 52.7% to Katie Hobbs' 47.3%. And in Arizona's 4th Congressional District, we can now project that Greg Stanton will win another term in the United States House. This is not a safe margin win like the other races, so we cannot call it at that time. But now, a little later on, we can project that Greg Stanton will win another term in the House. And let's look at our updated House map. It is currently split 3-3 right now, with only 3 House seats remaining. So 3 for the Democrats, 3 for the Republicans. 3 are too close to call. And in Arizona Senate race, too early to call. 38% of the vote is now in, and once again, that Republican lead has shrunk. It's now only to 2.4%. Blake Masters still leads with 50.9% to Kelly's 48.7%. And let's look at the county. Let's look at the counties here, the county map. Again, Blake Masters up 2.4%. So as you can see, this is the county map currently. Mark Kelly is in the lead in 5 counties. Blake Masters is in the lead in 10 counties. Wow. But of course, the Democratic counties are much more populated. And in the gubernatorial election, it is too early to call. 39% of the vote is in, no incumbent. As you can see, Lake, Masters, Hobbs, and Mark Kelly will all performing, well, should reword that. Kari Lake and Blake Masters performing just about the same, as you can see, and Katie Hobbs and Mark Kelly performing just about the same. The Republicans are doing slightly better in the gubernatorial race, however. So that means that the county map is exactly the same. Katie Hobbs is leading in all the counties that Mark Kelly is. Kari Lake is leading in all the counties that Blake Masters is. And we have a major projection. In Arizona's 1st congressional district, David Schweiker will win another term in the House. He is the incumbent, and he will win his congressional seat once again. This is Arizona's first district here. And we have another major projection. In Arizona's sixth congressional district, Juan Kiscomani is the projected winner in Arizona's 6th district. This is a major projection, as this is a flip. He has defeated the Democratic incumbent. Again, he is a non-incumbent. This will be his first term in the House. He has flipped Arizona's 6th district, and this is a huge gain for Republicans, which inches them closer to the majority of seats in the House. And let's look at our new House map. Major updates here. The Republicans have won 2 more seats, putting them at 5 seats, and putting the Democrats at 3 seats. This is the current House map. Only the 2nd district is too close to call. That is the only district that is yet to be called. In Arizona Senate race, too close to call. 55% of the vote is now in. Mark Kelly has taken the lead. This is big, guys. With the majority of all votes now in, Mark Kelly has taken the lead. He now is 50.7% to Blake Masters' 49%. He leads Masters by 1.7%. And in the gubernatorial race, while Mark Kelly took the lead, Kari Lake has hung on to her lead. This is huge. She is leading by 0.3%. This is an incredibly close race here, and you can see Kari Lake outperforming Blake Masters by a lot so far. She leads by 0.3% over Katie Hobbs. She has 49.8% to Hobbs' 49.5%. And in Arizona's 2nd congressional district, it is too close to call. 78% of all votes in this district are in. Tom O'Halloran is the incumbent representative for this district. It is currently Republican plus 1.2. Eli Crane is the Republican nominee who has been endorsed by Donald Trump. He is leading by 1.2. Very close race here in the 2nd district. He leads by 1.2 with 50.8% to Tom O'Halloran's 49.6%. And let's look at Arizona's Senate election. On the county map, Mark Kelly has picked up that one county right in the middle there. You can see that it has flipped blue. And more votes are in, actually. It's now at 67% of all votes are in, and Mark Kelly has expanded his lead to 2.0%. Now let's look at the gubernatorial election county map. As you can see, that one county that Mark Kelly was able to flip, Kari Lake has hung on to. And Katie Hobbs has actually taken the lead in this race, so this is big news. Even though she has not flipped that one county in the middle there that Mark Kelly was able to flip, she is now leading. Katie Hobbs is in the lead with 70% of all votes in the gubernatorial race. 70% in. Katie Hobbs leads by 0.1. This is an incredibly close race. Very few times in any elections, is anyone ahead by 0.1% with 70% of all votes in. And we have a major projection coming out of Arizona's 2nd Congressional District. Eli Crane will flip the 2nd Congressional District in Arizona. He is a non-incumbent. This is a gain for Republicans. The Republicans have now officially flipped 2 congressional districts in Arizona alone. He will become the new U.S. representative from the state of Arizona. He has ousted Tom O'Halloran. And let's look at the vote share here. This race has been called with 95% of all votes in. Eli Crane has won by about 1.7%, winning with 51% to Tom O'Halloran's 49.3%. So this is a margin of 1.7%. And let's look at our final House map. The Republicans have won 6 congressional seats in Arizona. The Democrats have only won 3. This is a huge blow to House Democrats in Arizona. The Republicans officially now have double the amount of seats that the Democrats do. The Democrats only won the 7th district and the 3rd district and the 4th district. The Republicans won the 6th, the 2nd, the 1st, the 5th, the 8th, and the 9th. This is a huge win for Republicans here in Arizona. Stand by for a major TPC projection. We can now project that Mark Kelly will win a 2nd term in the United States Senate. This will be his first full term in the Senate. He is the projected winner here in Arizona. He is the incumbent, and he will defeat Blake Masters for the U.S. Senate with 91% of all votes in. This race has been called. We can project at this point in time that Mark Kelly will win here by about 2.1%. 91% of all votes in. Most of the rest will be coming from cities where Mark Kelly will win. So that is why we can call this race at this time. Mark Kelly will win here by 2.1%, as I just said. He will carry 50.6% of the vote here in Arizona. Blake Masters will carry 48.5%. Masters will come up short. Mark Kelly will win a 2nd term as U.S. Senator from Arizona. A huge call in Arizona and a big win for Arizona Democrats. And in the gubernatorial race, would you look at that? With 94% of all votes in, it is still too close to call. When does that happen? And look at that margin. Kari Lake is up. She once again has the lead. She's up by 0.2%. Just 1/5 of a percentage point. That is how much she is up by. She leads with 49.7%, not even a majority, to Katie Hobbs's 49.5%. Stand by now for a major TPC projection, as more votes have come in from the state of Arizona and in the gubernatorial race. We can project that Kari Lake will become the next governor of Arizona. She will be elected to her 1st term as Arizona governor. She will succeed Doug Ducey as the governor of Arizona. A win for Republicans, one that they should have won from the beginning. However, it did become incredibly close, especially after Kari Lake was the nominee. And let's look at the vote share here. This race will go down in history, surely, as Kari Lake has won by 0.4%, just 0.4%. 97% of all votes are in. Most of that remaining 3% does come from rural areas, so we can project that Kari Lake will win this election with 49.9%. Katie Hobbs will carry 49.5%. Kari Lake will not even crack 50% of all votes. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. So this was just one of the state election nights, not the national election nights. This was Arizona. I mean, as I'm sure you don't know. Sorry, that says Nevada, actually. I'm just realizing that. But Arizona governor race called, should say. So I do think that Mark Kelly will win re-election. I do think that Kari Lake will become the next governor of Arizona, beating Katie Hobbs. Had Katie Hobbs agreed to debate, I really think that 0.4% margin really would have gone to Katie Hobbs. I think that not debating was the dumbest decision that she could possibly make, especially saying that she could absolutely crush Kari Lake in a debate. Anyone who says the election was stolen and burns masks publicly, you could crush them in a debate, especially in a moderate state like Arizona. But anyway, I won't go too much into the reasoning. But anyway, I really hope you all enjoyed this election night. I might do some more state ones in the future. Let me know if you like them in the comments. Give me